take a moment to talk to Marion County Democratic Chairwoman Myla Eldridge. Myla, what happened today?
In my view, what happened today is that I did my job. I did my job as the county chair, and I think it's important that everyone knows what that is and that we were fair across the board in regard to any challenge that was filed against someone that decided that they wanted to participate in this election process.
I know a lot of folks are thinking that there's some sort of conspiracy, that you guys are basically trying to control the system. How do you respond to that?
My response to that is that I've stated that I don't make the rules, or do I bend them or break them. I abide by the rules, and I think that rules are important and they are in place for a reason.
I think it was interesting because some folks, you had to vote in a certain number of primaries. They didn't vote in any primary, they voted in the general election, and the other one, which I thought was the most interesting one of all.
Yeah. So I would say that my career, I've done a lot of educating and talking about a lot of different ways to engage people in this process, or Democrats in this process. But more so than anything in this career and this journey that I've been on, I've talked about how important it is to vote in primary elections. And I think today we learned and we saw the importance of voting in primaries, for so many reasons, mainly because if you want to run for office, but also voting in primaries also guarantees, if you will, the people that you want to be, or the candidates that you want to be the voice for you, make it to the next level. And so today, I hope it was more of a learning lesson than anything, educating, because that's what, again, the journey that I'm on is about educating and engaging. And I think if you educate folks about the process, then they will want to be engaged. But I'm excited, too, because I think today I met a lot of, new Democrats, right, that want to get involved. So I think overall, it wasn't all bad. I don't think it was all bad. I think for the most part, those that really care about the process and want to do the work appreciated learning about the process. And it's okay, too, if you quote me on this, but I've been wanting to say, do the work, and you can begin by voting in the primary.
They had 121 challenges altogether, apart from the Pike Township Constable. And Pike Township is its own creature in itself, as you and I both well know. I thought it was interesting that of 120 challenges, 120 challenges were successful.
That's because I did the job. I'm doing my job. Again, I don't make the rules, but I abide by the rules. And again, I think that this should be a learning lesson for anyone that wants to run for office, to do the homework, do the research. Yeah, you can, blame it on the party if you want to, but some of this as a candidate, and if you want to be in this process, you have to do the homework and do the research yourself. Dot all your I's and cross all your T's.
A couple more quick questions. We'll let you go here. Do you think the process should be simplified? So it's easier for those regular people like you and me. We're in the bubble, so we live and breathe this stuff, unfortunately. But for regular people who just want to get involved, is it maybe time to maybe look at the rules, maybe look at some of the forms, as Case Winnie Bell was saying, this form is really confused, and maybe just sort of simplify the process so you can actually get that more engagement and more participation?
I'm not going to say that the process necessarily needs to be simplified, but I'm always, like I said, about educating. And so if there's something that we can do even at the party to educate folks or Democrats or anybody actually, prior to actually being more proactive, then of course we can do that. But I don't think we need to simplify the process. I think that individuals need to know, again, if you're going to run for office, you need to know the rules. You need to check the rules. The rules are on the party's website. They're on the state's website. You need to know the rules because there's only so much the party can do, but as an individual, as a candidate, it is your responsibility also to be accountable.
For those folks who filed for convention delegate didn't get through, or precinct committee person didn't get through, is there an opportunity for them to be appointed?
Absolutely. Again, This process is not new to the operations of the election process. It's always been in place that the county chair, after the May election, can fill vacancies. So absolutely there is an opportunity to appoint delegates. We will look at the numbers and see how many numbers. I will say this, though, it's a good thing because we had a large turnout in regard to those that have filed for a delegate, right? So really it's a good thing, and I'm happy and excited to see the energy, that we have. And I think today, again, is democracy. Hey, democracy is not perfect, but it's all we got, right? And to see those that are participating in it today, again, this was democracy for me today.
So how are you feeling about 2026?
I'd rather not talk about 2026. I got to get through this year, and then let's talk about 2026.
All right.
Thank you. Okay.